Good morning, guys. I am getting breakfast going. I just twisted up some bacon and put it in my air fryer, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start on the rest of breakfast. So I chopped up a couple of red potatoes and I'm gonna throw them over here into a skillet and get those cooking before I start the rest of the stuff. I'm gonna actually kind of cook them a little bit and then scoot them to the side and add my sausage in there and let it cook in the same pan. And then when my sausage is done, I'll take it out, chop it up, and add it back to my potatoes. I'm also, after my potatoes are about halfway done, going to add some chopped onion. I don't want to add it too soon because I do not like it when I have burnt pieces of onion in my breakfast. Anyways, so I've got the onions and potatoes pretty much done. I'm adding my sausage. Going to cook this up for a little bit longer until my potatoes are soft, and then I'm going to scramble up. I think I did, how many eggs was it? I think it was like 18 or 19 because they're Bantam chicken eggs and they're very small. And then I realized I didn't have any milk, so I just threw in a cup of sour cream, mixed that up with my immersion blender, and now I'm going to get those scrambling right in the same pan as the potato, sausage, and onion, and get that mixed up to go in our breakfast burritos this morning.
Be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off into a room and closed the door behind me. I never gave the key to you, even though I wanted to. I should be trying something new, but now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone.
Okay, so we went to an animal encounter the other day. If you didn't see that video, you should check it out. It was a ton of fun, but I thought I would print some pages from our Thinking Tree Funschooling zoo book, and the kids could use that to kind of talk about their favorite animals and the things they learned while we were there. So pretty.
It should have been you.
Dirty face.
I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a phase, but it feels like it will never go away until we make up. I can't be myself.
Woo, you crazy. Put the knife downward. Okay, so for lunch, everybody said they weren't super hungry, so some of us had avocados, some of us had kiwis, some of us had apples, and we went on with our day. Here are some of my started seeds and seeds that I had picked up at Lowe's, or not seeds, but started plants I picked up at Lowe's. We just put them out every day out in the sunshine and bring them in at night because it's been so windy at night.
It should have been you.
So CJ drug up some railroad ties and surprised me with a strawberry bed. I am super excited about this. We just need to fill it up. Hey guys, so I just ran to Anthony's real quick. We were out of milk. Maddie has been on this kick of drinking her glass of chocolate milk before bed, so I wanted to get that picked up before bedtime. So I got that. I also went ahead, grabbed some milk and some stir-fry veggies. I do have some veggies at the house, but just for the sake of easy, because I was here, picked up some stir-fry veggies, and I'm gonna go home and make some chicken fried rice for dinner. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say today. I do not have a black eye. I rubbed my makeup that much today. Anyways, trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to talk about before I head home. I can't think of anything. It's just been a long weekend I sprained my ankle and pulled something in my lower stomach when I fell. Mika's got problems with her autoimmune issues, and she's still kind of struggling with that. We have a family member in the ICU. She has been transferred up to the heart hospital. She had surgery today. She's doing better, but she's not by any means out of the woods at this point. And then another family member just having some other health issues. And then a friend of ours was in the emergency room all day today. And just kind of feels chaotic right now. I am thankful we made it to church on Sunday, because it just kind of helps bring everything down to kind of like a level of peace and understanding and acceptance, and kind of just helps me not be so stressed out when I'm at church, and I can bring those feelings and everything I learned in church into the week with me and keep it together. But anyway, CJ has been working on my strawberry bed for me. He actually brought in all those railroad ties for me earlier today, and then he was wore out from hauling those. So after schoolwork, he went back out there and he started digging up all the grass. I ordered online all my soil that I'm going to fill it with, and tomorrow I'll pick that up at 8 or 9 and get that filled up, and we're going to plant our strawberries in there, and that'll be good because I'm really excited about that. Because when you buy strawberries, not only are they expensive, and I don't know if this is, sorry, I'm shaky. I don't know if this is everywhere, but where I live, it's hard to find good strawberries. I get good ones from Sam's, but like the stores close to me, it seems like they're always awful. Like half of them are mushy or bad. So I'm excited about fresh strawberries, and the kids are excited too. And Maddie has already declared that she will eat all the strawberries that turn red, just like she was doing all my tomatoes for a while, until my tomatoes really took off. But that's okay, because if the worst thing that happens is Maddie eats a bunch of strawberries and tomatoes in her life, then so be it, right? But anyway, he's working on that. I told him to go ahead and take a break, go in the house, hang out, watch TV with his siblings, and keep an eye on them. I was gonna come get milk and stuff, so I did that, and I'm about to head home. And then I think he's gonna go back to working on that for a while until dinner time. But yeah, tomorrow is the plan on the strawberry bed, trying to get those in the ground, and then we really need to finish getting the garden ready to get the garden in, because we aren't even close yet. I don't know what else. There's probably other things, but I can't remember what else I wanted to share with you. We did this morning, everybody did a thinking tree thing that I printed for them. I didn't print them the whole thinking tree zoo book. I just printed them the front cover, the front page where you write your name and stuff, and then maybe 4 or 5 pages of like the zoo pages where it's like, the animal that I saw today was this, its habitat at the zoo is this, its habitat in the wild is this, it eats this at the zoo, it eats this in the wild, and then a fact about the animal. I printed those for them, and they all made a book of the favorite animals they saw at our field trip the other day. We went to what they call a animal experience. It's not exactly like a zoo. You get to go in all the pens, you get to feed animals, you get to hold animals, you get to pet animals. It was just really neat. It was a really fun experience. It was way more expensive than the zoo, but it was completely worth it. Obviously, we won't go again. Like I mean, with the zoo pass, you know, you go to the zoo all the time for a year, and this costs more than a year zoo pass to go once. And so I don't think we'll go again until maybe a year from now, just kind of as the kids get older, take them again. But it was really fun, and my sister and my mom went with us, and we just had a really good time. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of incorporate that. And you know, it's good for all of them, because they had to research. If they didn't remember what she had told them about the animal, they had to research about its life in the wild, and then all that, they had to do the writing, drawing, you know, so it's good for them. And then they also all started on their eagle unit study. CJ wanted to do an eagle study, so I printed a unit study on eagles from Homeschool Share, and they're all working on cutting, gluing, filling in the dots, all that fun stuff. And they're going to start putting their folders together tomorrow. And I think that's all we did. Oh, the kids also all did a perspective drawing, and my younger 3 did some watercolor paintings just because I wanted to, and because it keeps Maddie out of trouble while I'm working with the other ones. And yeah, that's about it. Penny cut up kiwis and avocados for anybody that wanted those for lunch. So that's what we had for lunch. Just easy, but we had a late breakfast. We had our breakfast burritos and bacon, and that was at like 10:30, so nobody was really hungry for lunch. And they're gonna be starving for dinner, I'm sure, but they love fried rice, so we're gonna do the fried rice and kind of hang out, probably watch Little House on the Prairie, just have an easy, calm evening. I might ask Mika if she wants to make dessert. She did make some salted caramel brownies yesterday, and they were really good. They were really toxically sweet, but they were good. I don't know, maybe I'll see if she wants to make like a quick no-bake cheesecake or something, just for a fun dessert tonight. But anyways, I'm gonna get home and all that fun stuff. Last night we lost a couple of baby bunnies. We found 2 outside of the pen on the ground, and they had died. I'm not sure if that was the only ones, but we did look around and that was the only ones we found. But yeah, the mama was in a pen from like Atwoods or Lowe's or what have you that somebody had given us, and the wire squares are about this big, and they're like our other pens, the wire squares are like little bitty, like 1/4 inch, I think is the wire we bought. And the babies managed to wiggle through those little tiny squares that are about this big. I think they're probably 1/2 inch in her pen, and they got out and they died during the night. I think, but I didn't want to mess with them too much because the mama was already upset, but I did move them to another pen, and I didn't touch the babies or anything. I just picked up the whole nest, moved it and the mom at the same time over to another pen with smaller wire, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah, because Mika came in from feeding and stuff, and she was so upset, and we looked around, we didn't see any more than 2, so I'm hoping it was just those 2 and not the rest, because that means she should still have 4 more in the nest. But it was really upsetting for Mika, and yeah, so it's just kind of how our day's been. Started out with an upset screaming girl over her bunnies, but it's improved. I mean, sucks, but we really can't do much about it. And I wouldn't have thought that the babies could get out of that pen, because I mean, that's a really expensive rabbit pen. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna head home. Okay, I'm boiling my water for my rice. I added some soy sauce, and instead of using vegetable oil or butter, I added some sesame oil just because I like that flavor better in my fried rice. Now I'm adding my brown rice to the pot. I'm gonna let this boil for about 5 minutes, stir it, put a lid on it, shut it off like the directions on the box say to do. And then once I do that and I let it rest for, I think it said 20 minutes, I will transfer my rice to a bowl, and then I will put that inside of a larger bowl with some ice water between the two, because that cools off my rice quicker. And I like to have my rice cold when I make my fried rice so it doesn't stick together like it does if you use hot rice. Anyways, I heated up some oil in my wok, and I scrambled up 3 or 4 eggs, and I'm gonna get these cooked and set to the side to add back to my fried rice at the end, because if I don't do them first, I always forget them. So I just do them first, set them to the side, and then at the end, when I'm combining everything and getting it all mixed up, I just toss them back in there. There are a billion different ways to make fried rice, a billion different types of fried rice. I love that I can basically throw any type of protein and vegetables in there, and it always turn out good, and the kids always love it, and they pig out on it. And I know they're getting a lot of stuff that's good for them in there. So it's something we make pretty often, especially during the summer. Anyways, I added some Oriental blend vegetables and some peas and carrots. I added some onion and some mushrooms. The Oriental blend did have some mushrooms, it said, but there was only like 3 pieces in the bag actually. Anyways, I'm also adding this chicken breast right here into the pan. Usually if I have leftover chicken in the fridge, I shred that up and use it, but I don't today. Okay, so I have my onion, my veggies, and my mushrooms in the pan. I'm going to cook these for a while and get them warm and cooked through before I add my other ingredients, but I'm going to go ahead and season them with some garlic and soy sauce, and I'm just going to keep stirring this around, getting it mixed up, getting it cooked through. And this is probably the longest part of it, is cooking the frozen veggies. It's wonderful when our garden has tons of stuff coming out of it to throw fresh veggies in there, because this just goes together a lot quicker. But it's not garden season, so I'm just using what I can because fried rice sounded good tonight. I don't have any fresh ginger, so I'm going to put quite a bit of ground ginger in here because it doesn't taste as good as fresh, but it doesn't taste as good without it at all either. So yeah, I'm just going to put quite a bit of that in there and mix it up and keep cooking. Okay, here is what I was telling you about putting the bowl inside of another bowl with some ice water. The ice has obviously all melted, but my rice is cold and crumbly, and that's how I want it for my fried rice. Okay, so I'm adding my chicken now into the vegetables because they're warm and cooked. And I'm going to cook this until my chicken gets warm. And then from here, I'll be able to go ahead and put my rice back into the pan. And I'm going to add some soy sauce and a little bit more sesame oil and just keep mixing it and tasting it. And I'll add more soy sauce and garlic and maybe some more ginger as I taste it until it is where I want it to be to serve it up to the kids.
Be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off into a room and closed the door behind me. I never gave the key to you, even though I wanted to. I should be trying something new, but now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone, and I'm just singing, It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know. It could have been you. What a crime and what a shame to let go. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. It should have been you. I could be driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a phase, but it feels like it will never go away until we make up. I can't be myself. I never knew how much I needed you. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know. It could have been you. What a crime and what a shame to let you go. Sometimes I just don't know what to do, 'cause it should have been you. It should have been you. Wrapped around your arms instead of being no.
Okay, so this is how the fried rice turned out, and I went ahead and air fried some egg rolls for about 8 minutes at 375 and served those on the side. Anyways, to go with it, Mika made up this cheesecake and she poured a can of triple berry pie filling over the top. It was delicious. And that was dinner and dessert tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with us today. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I would love to chat in the comments below. See you soon. Bye.